Alina slammed the classroom door. Alina slammed the classroom door behind her as a spray of crumpled paper balls hit the frame. She didn't look back. Her heart pounded so hard it drowned out the laughter erupting behind her. "Run, pretty girl! Don't mess up that perfect face!" someone shouted, and the hallway roared with approval. She inhaled sharply, fighting the urge to cry. She refused to give them that satisfaction. Her footsteps echoed as she power-walked toward the exit, but the words clung to her like burrs. "Why won't they just leave me alone?" she whispered to herself. When she burst outside, the cold air slapped her cheeks. Only then did she let out a shaky exhale. Every day felt like this now, like she was prey, and the school was a cage filled with bored predators. It wasn't always this way. Before high school, people used to smile at her. Now they glared, whispered, or stared like she'd stolen something from them. She tried to slip behind a pillar to collect herself, but a group of girls approached. Liv, Margot, and Charisse, the queens of Ridgewood High. Their shoes clicked like weapons hitting the pavement. Liv smirked. "Oh, did we hurt the porcelain doll's feelings?" Alina swallowed. "Please, I just want to be left alone." "Alone?" Margot scoffed. "Trust me, sweetheart. If you weren't so full of yourself, no one would bother you." "I'm not," Alina started, but Charisse cut her off. "Oh, please, look at you." She grabbed a lock of Alina's hair and flicked it. All that perfect hair, perfect skin. It must be exhausting waking up pretty every day. Alina jerked back. "I never asked for this." "Liar," Liv said flatly. "Girls like you live for attention." "I don't," Alina's voice cracked. "I just want to be normal." Liv stepped closer, her eyes narrowing. "That's your problem. You can't be normal. Your face ruins everything." The words hit harder than any shove. Before Alina could respond, a loud whistle blew. Coach Warren marched toward them. "Break it up. All of you. Now." The three girls stepped away, their expressions instantly innocent. "We were just talking," Liv said sweetly. "Sure you were," Coach muttered. "Alina, you okay?" She nodded, even though she wasn't. She felt like collapsing right there on the concrete. The coach sighed. "Office, all of you." As they followed him, the whispers spread across the yard like wildfire. "What happened? Who did they pick on today?" "Alina, obviously. She acts like she's better than us." She kept her eyes fixed on the ground, praying for the day to end. When she stepped into the office, the secretary gave her a look, half pity, half annoyance. "Again?" she asked. Alina stared at her hands. "I didn't do anything." The woman sighed. "Honey, trouble follows you." That sentence stung worse than the insults. Inside the principal's office, the girls played innocent. The principal reviewed their story, clearly annoyed but unsure who to blame. When Alina spoke, her voice trembled. "They're lying." Liv leaned back casually. "Why would we lie? She's obsessed with playing the victim." Alina clenched her fists. "You're twisting everything." "Enough," the principal said sharply. "I'll be speaking with your parents." Alina felt her stomach twist. She knew that meant more problems at home, more questions she couldn't answer. As she walked out, Margot whispered, "This is just the beginning." Alina barely made it to the bathroom before the tears spilled. She gripped the sink, staring at her reflection under the harsh fluorescent lights. She hated mirrors now, not because she despised her face, she didn't, but because everyone else acted like it was some kind of crime, and Alina believed her. "Why can't you just be normal?" she whispered to herself. The bathroom door creaked open and Mila from chemistry walked in. She paused when she saw the puffy eyes and trembling shoulders. "Hey, you okay?" Mila asked gently. Alina nodded quickly. "I'm fine. I just needed a minute." Mila approached slowly. "It's Liv and her crew again, isn't it?" Alina's silence was answer enough. Mila sighed. "They hate anyone who threatens their spotlight. You're just an easy target." "Why, because of my face?" Alina choked. "I didn't choose it. It's just my face." "People hate what they're jealous of," Mila said softly. Alina laughed bitterly. "I wish they would leave me alone. I don't even talk to them." "That might be why," Mila shrugged. "They want a reaction." Before Alina could respond, the bell rang, echoing across the halls like a reminder she wasn't safe for long. Mila squeezed her shoulder. "If you ever need someone to sit with, I'm around." Alina gave a weak smile, dried her eyes, and headed to history class. She slipped into her seat, praying for an uneventful period, but prayers rarely worked at Ridgewood High. Halfway through the lecture, her phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. She hesitated, then opened it. A photo popped up. Her, taken that morning. Zoomed in on her face. Captioned, "Plastic Princess thinks she's perfect." Her stomach dropped. Before she could hide her screen, the boy next to her glanced over. "Whoa," he snorted under his breath. "You really do think you're better than everyone?" "I don't," she whispered desperately. "I didn't send that." "Yeah, right." He leaned back, smirking, and a few students snickered. She felt heat creeping up her neck. Her chest tightened. She couldn't breathe. "Alina, is something wrong?" the teacher asked. She shook her head quickly, but her trembling hands gave her away. When class ended, she remained seated, trying to steady her breath. That's when Charisse appeared at her desk, leaning down with a fake, sympathetic smile. "Oops," Charisse whispered. "Looks like the whole school loves your new pick." Alina's voice cracked. "Why are you doing this?" Charisse tilted her head innocently. "Because you make everything about you without saying a word." "I don't want any of this." "That's the funniest part," Charisse smirked. "You don't have to want it. You just have to exist." Alina's chest twisted painfully. "How would you feel if someone treated you like this?" Charisse's smile faded for a split second. "No one would dare. I know how to fight back." Then she leaned closer. "But you're too soft." With that, she walked away, her ponytail swaying like a victory flag. Alina stayed frozen in her seat long after everyone had left. She felt trapped, alone in a school filled with people who either hated her or loved watching her suffer. And deep down, she knew things were only getting worse. Alina walked home with her hood up, her throat tight, feeling the phantom weight of 100 stairs still clinging to her skin. Every step felt heavier than the last. She tried to breathe, but her chest remained locked, like something inside her was begging to escape. When she entered her house, her mother glanced up from the kitchen table. "You're home late," the school called. Alina froze. They did?" Her mother frowned, worry flickering in her eyes. "They said there were conflicts." "Alina, what's going on?" Alina's voice trembled. "Mom, they hate me." "Who?" "Everyone," she choked. "They say I act perfect. They say I want attention. They say I think I'm better than them. But I don't. I just want to disappear." Her mother stood and wrapped her in a tight hug. "Sweetheart, being beautiful shouldn't be a punishment." "It is," Alina whispered. "To them it is." Her mother held her tighter. "Then we're going to find a way through this. You're not alone." But Alina didn't feel rescued. She felt ashamed that she couldn't handle the world outside. The next morning, she braced herself before entering school. She tried to walk straight to class, but Liv intercepted her like a shadow she couldn't outrun. "Well, well," Liv smirked. "You look a little off today. Cry yourself to sleep?" Alina swallowed hard. "Please, just stop." Margot joined in. "Stop? But we're just getting started." Alina felt something snap inside her. Not anger, not rage, but a deep, exhausted ache. "Why do you hate me so much?" she whispered. Liv blinked, caught off guard. Because you—" Her voice hesitated, only for a second. "Because girls like you get everything." "I don't have anything," Alina said. Tears filled her eyes, but she didn't look away. "Not friends, not confidence, not peace. I wake up hoping nothing bad will happen that day. Is that the life you think I deserve?" Liv's mouth opened, but no words came out. The hallway had gone quiet. Students watched, but not with mockery. For once, it was confusion, curiosity, even guilt. Cherise crossed her arms. "She's faking it." "No," Mila said suddenly, stepping forward. "She's not." Alina looked at her, surprised. Mila continued, voice steady. "All of you attack her because you're scared. You think her looks threaten you, but she's never hurt anyone. She's never even fought back." Margot scoffed. "Oh, please." "Enough," a teacher snapped from behind. "My office. All of you." This time, for the first time, Alina didn't feel like the criminal. She felt seen. Later that afternoon, the school counselor sat across from her, eyes soft. "Alina, you deserve support. This is bullying, and we're going to address it. You're not the problem here." Hearing those words, finally, released something inside her. The weight she'd carried for so long cracked just enough for light to slip through. Weeks passed. Anonymous messages stopped. The cruel jokes faded. Liv and her friends kept their distance, their arrogance subdued by consequences they never expected to face. Alina still wasn't magically fearless, but she no longer hid. She joined an art club. She made 2 new friends. She laughed again, softly at first, then louder as the days grew kinder. For the first time in a long time, she felt free, and she learned something she would carry forever. Beauty isn't something T. The school counselor sat across from her, eyes soft. "Alina, you deserve support. This is bullying, and we're going to address it. You're not the problem here." Hearing those words, finally, released something inside her. The weight she'd carried for so long cracked just enough for light to slip through. Weeks passed. Anonymous messages stopped. The cruel jokes faded. Liv and her friends kept their distance, their arrogance subdued by consequences they never expected to face. Alina still wasn't magically fearless, but she no longer hid. She joined an art club. She made 2 new friends. She laughed again, softly at first, then louder as the days grew kinder. For the first time in a long time, she felt free. And she learned something she would carry forever. Beauty isn't something to apologize for, but cruelty always is. If you felt Alina's story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts below. Your support helps stories like this keep going.